it's Megan from Purl Passion. Welcome to the Purl Passion podcast. This is episode 10. It's hard to believe that this is my 10th episode. I feel like it was like a week ago that I started this, but that's okay. My phone's going crazy. You might hear my phone go off a lot because there's currently a lot of thunderstorms and tornadoes going on, or tornado warnings going on in Saskatchewan, not in my area, but because I'm super anxious about thunderstorms and tornadoes, I have like all the notifications turned on my phone for like every place in the province. So like my phone is just like, so hopefully it won't be annoying. But yeah, there's, I guess, tornado warnings way north of me, not here. I'm currently sunny and beautiful out. But yeah. So yeah, if you see me looking down at my phone, it's because it keeps distracting me, but I'm going to try and ignore it because it's not here. It's far away. Anybody that's, in that area, you should pay attention to it. But yeah, I guess it's been 2 weeks since I talked to you guys last. It's just been, same old. I've been still home with the kids, anxiously waiting summer, getting excited for summer. My husband's got the countdown on until the end of school, so that's exciting. I'm really excited to be able to spend the whole summer with my family because my husband will be off work because he's a teacher, and my kids will be home. And even though there's a pandemic and we can't really go anywhere, that's okay because we'll just all be together and it'll be fun. So I'm really excited about that. We also have like a huge list of television shows and movies to catch up on. We kind of like we're big into a lot of things, but because my husband is so busy during the school year, we don't get to watch a lot. And even though I have time to watch television when I knit and stuff, there's a lot of things that I'm not allowed to watch without him because he wants to watch it too. So we have like a watch list, which includes like season 2 of The Mandalorian and WandaVision and Justice League, the Snyder Cut, and a whole bunch of stuff. I can't even, think of all the things right now, but there's a million things that we have to get caught up on. But yeah, a lot of things we miss during the school year. And then we just binge watch everything in the summer. Mostly in the summer after we get the kids to sleep, we just make popcorn and watch movies. It's really fun. It's kind of our thing. It's our summer routine. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Thunderstorm season's here, I guess, and I said I'm super anxious about that. That's something that drives me bonkers about the summer. I love summer. I love the weather. I love being able to take my kids to the park and go for walks. But I hate thunderstorms and I hate tornado warnings. We had a decent storm last week, and we have a piece of siding on our house that blew off a while ago, and the water got into the siding. It must have just been blowing and raining hard enough in the right direction that it went down our siding and leaked into our garage. So my husband came home from work and was like, "Why is there water in the garage?" I was like, "Oh, geez." So now I'm trying to find a contractor to fix my siding so that I don't get water in my garage. That's all. But yeah, I wanted to thank everyone who purchased the sugarcane farm hat. I was able to make my donation to Brittany's GoFundMe page, which is, her Instagram is at Born with a Snowman. And I'll link her in the description. So if you want to go see her. But yeah, I was able to round up and donate $100 to Brittany's GoFundMe page. So thank you to all of you guys who purchased the pattern, and I'm sure she really appreciates it, and hopefully it'll help her and her family out. Last I read, she was still in the hospital, getting close to 100 days in the hospital. She said I think she's still waiting for a donor. So let's all cross our fingers and hope and pray and do whatever you send good vibes to her, and hope that she can get a donor soon, because I'm sure she'd like to get it over with and get out of that hospital because she's been there a while. I'm sure she's ready to be on the other side recovering by now. So yeah, I just wanted to say thank you for all your support, and I was able to make that donation, which was awesome. This week I made a huge knit picks order and ordered a bunch more yarn, which I'm super excited about. I ordered 20 more skeins of fingering weight and 20 skeins of worsted weight yarn, and I also ordered actual acid dyes. So I'm really excited about that. I'm also going to have to look into getting, I've been using like this old rusty crock pot that I've been dyeing in, and it leaks all over the place. And I've been using my one from my kitchen, but once I go to the acid dyes, I don't want to use the one that I use in my kitchen. So I'm going to have to go on garage sale hunting and find some used crock pots so that I can use the acid dyes and some spoons and stuff like that. I've been just using my kitchen stuff because I've been using food coloring, but I know you're not really supposed to use stuff with acid dyes and then put it back in your kitchen. So I have to kind of find a bunch of stuff and tools that I need to dye acid dyes, but I'm super excited because there's probably a whole lot of stuff that I can do with acid dyes that I haven't exactly been able to play around with food coloring and Kool-Aid and everything else that I've been dyeing with around that I keep finding around my house. I'm just checking here. I'm not really sure why. Like when I look on YouTube here and you go to participants to try and see who's watching, it tells me that there's people watching, but for some reason it won't tell me who's watching other than me. So I know that there's people out there watching this live. And to you guys, I say hi, but I have no clue who you are because it won't tell me. So if you want to say hi in the chat there, you can, because then I'll know who's watching. And that would be fun because then I know who I'm talking to. But yeah, I have no finished objects this week, unfortunately, which I really wanted to have one. I kind of feel like I'm a failure if I don't have a finished object to show on the podcast every 2 weeks. But I guess, I don't know, I just have to cut myself some slack because I have a newborn baby and a 4-year-old and I'm barely getting sleep as it is. So, you know. But I do have a few works in progress to show you. Nothing too new and exciting, but some progress on what I've been working on. So the first thing I wanted to show you guys was my progress on my So Faded sweater. So this week I was able to finish the body, which I've never made a sock weight sweater before, like a fingering weight sweater before. But it actually went a lot faster than I thought it was going to be. Like I thought it was going to be like take forever, but because it's just straight stockinette, it kind of flew by, and I was kind of excited to see how the colors worked out. So yeah, I finished the body. I've kind of procrastinated starting the sleeves by casting on something else, but I'll show you that later. But I do have to start the sleeves because the sleeves just, it's knit top down. So the sleeves, you just have to go back and pick those stitches up and do the sleeves. So the sleeves, I'm going to have to go back and figure out how I did my fading because I kind of just winged it. I kind of just like started changing colors when I thought I should start changing colors. So I didn't really have a rhyme or reason. So now I'm going to have to try and figure out what I did in the body so I can kind of replicate it in the sleeves, but that'll be fun. But yeah, this is what the body ended up looking like. And I really love it. I'm super excited about it. I'll post pictures of it too in some more natural sunlight so you can see the colors better. But yeah, it's all yarn by Dyerof Yarn Co. This one is a succulent colorway. This one was just a blue color out of a shawl kit, and this was a blue color out of a shawl kit too. And then there is one of her colors from her Toxic Love, which was the Harley Quinn colorway, faded in here. And then there was another color that I'm not sure she ever named that faded into the bottom. So I have lots of yarn left of every color, so I'm not worried about running out of anything. But I'm also going to have to go back and do the collar. I'm not sure which color I should do the collar. Should I be boring and just do the collar in the color that I started with? Or should I be excited and do it in something different, like the bottom color, and like bring the bottom color up to the top and do the color in that? Oh, hi, Rhonda. Rhonda says she's here. Love the colors. That's awesome. Thanks, Rhonda. Thanks for coming and watching. So yeah, I'm not sure. You guys should message down in the comments or in the chat box whether you think I should do the collar of the sweater. It's just like a ribbed collar, basically just a ribbed collar, but whether I should pick it up and do it in this color that I started with to kind of make it work, look like it's not, not stick out, or should I make it, contrasting and do like one of the other colors? Yeah, let me know what you guys think, because I'm not sure about that yet. But yeah, I still gotta cast on the sleeves, and that's gonna be exciting. But yeah, I've been kind of procrastinating because now that, I don't know, the fun part about doing a fade is seeing how the colors fade. But now that I've seen how the colors fade, it's like I just have to do it again twice more to do the sleeves. So it's not as fun anymore. But I am gonna do it so that I can finish it. I did think about just leaving it sleeveless, but I really do like sleeves. I don't like to wear sleeveless sweaters a lot unless I'm just like around my house. So I do want sleeves on it in theory. I just am being lazy and don't want to make them, but I am going to do it. So I'm going to hopefully start and get working on that this week. So that'll be good. But yeah. So yeah, I made that progress, which was quite a lot of knitting. I made a little bit of progress on my socks, not too much. These socks have become my socks that I work on. I've just been keeping them in the bottom of the stroller. So then if I go to the park with the kids or anything like that, I have a project in there I can work on if Alex is playing at the park and Ellie falls asleep. I can just kind of sit on the bench and work on my socks. But yeah, this is the second one. The first one is like this. That's the first one. This is the second one. So these are for my husband. The yarn is by Area 51 Fibers. It is a Minecraft colorway called Diamond Sword. And as you guys know, my husband and my son are obsessed with Minecraft. So I'm making these for my husband. But yeah, I still got a ways to go on this one. But yeah, I made a little bit of progress. Basically just what I've been I love this little bag because it like attaches to anything. So this is kind of like my traveling project. It has like a little thing that snaps here. So I either just chuck it in the bottom of the stroller, or I can clip it onto the diaper bag and kind of bring it in the car with me or wherever I want to go. I love this little bag. I got it forever ago from Knit Picks, and it just has like a little drawstring, and I actually knit right out of it. I like hang this on something and then just knit. I don't even take the yarn out. I just pull the sock out and knit right on it. The company that makes it is called noknits.com. It says made in the USA. I'm not sure if they even exist anymore because this is an old bag, but I have a couple of them, and they're some of my favorites, definitely for socks, because they're just so easy and portable, and you can either throw this on your wrist or you could attach it to your purse, and then your purse isn't full of knitting, which happens to me a lot. Or at least it used to happen to me until I bought a knitting backpack, and then now I just carry my knitting and my purse stuff all in one spot. But that only, makes sense when you actually leave your house, which I don't do very much anymore. Oh, the case numbers here have gone way down again, which makes me feel much more comfortable going out. So I have been kind of risking the outside world. I went to Walmart. That was probably the most exciting place I've been in a very long time. Turns out when you don't go to any stores for a really long time and then you go into the store, you just have this like mentality, or at least I had this mentality that it was like, I'm just going to buy this. I don't know how long it's going to be until I come back, and I haven't been here in forever. I'm just going to buy everything I see. So yeah, that was hard on the credit card, but yeah. And the other project I cast on this week that I'm working on is my Ripple Bralette. It is a pattern like this. And it is by Jessie Mae Martinson of Jessie Mae Designs. And it's a really awesome pattern. I absolutely love this pattern. I've made one before. I made this one. So this is made out of yarn by Blossom and Fern. And you can check them out on Instagram at Blossom and Fern Yarn Co. And it's really pretty. Like it's hard to, it doesn't pick up very well on camera because it's kind of a darker, kind of faded color, but it's got like different shades in it. It's got like pinks and blues and different colors in it. I'll post another picture of it. I probably have a picture somewhere down when I finished it, but I'll post another picture of it. But yeah, this is my ripple bralette. And I love it. I just really wish that it was a tank so that I could wear it, you know, now that I have pregnancy remains going on down there. Nobody needs to see my stretch marks right now. That's all I'm saying. I made the same one, but the camisole. I love it. Hey, Ron, I wanted to know, does the camisole have ribbing on the bottom? Other than like different ribbing? I know that, yeah, she does have a camisole pattern of this. It's the ripple camisole. I think there's also a ripple short, which I bought 2 skeins of the yarn that I'm doing this out of. My new one out of is Stitchcraft and Wizardry. It's called Watermelon Crush. And I bought 2 skeins of it. And this didn't use a full skein. So depending on how long it is when I'm done my full skein, I might have extra. I might have enough for the second skein to make the shorts, but that's a whole other ballgame. I don't know. Maybe I'll just order more and make another one, and make them. But yeah, you can. There's a pair of shorts that go with it. So yeah, I'm gonna make. I have the pattern for the bra already, so I'm just gonna make the bra again, except for I'm just gonna make it longer into a camisole instead of bra. This one I made longer. Like the pattern originally only goes down to like about here, but I made it a little bit longer to kind of cover my tummy a little bit more, but it needs more coverage these days. So we're gonna make another one. Yeah, Rhonda says, no, it didn't. I was going to do pics, but she was in too much hurry to wear it. Yeah, I'm excited to see pictures of Rhonda's. But yeah, I think the difference between the camisole one is that it doesn't have this different ribbing band at the bottom. I'm assuming that's because it's a camisole and not like a bra. It doesn't need like the bra support at the bottom. But yeah, great pattern. Super easy. This was less than 1 skein of yarn. And I really love the seamless I-cord edges here that go into the cords. So basically all you're doing, it's all seamless except for you do like a 3-needle bind off, I believe. It's been many years since I made this, but on the other side of the strap, just to attach it to the back. But yeah, super, super great pattern. I highly recommend it. I really love it. Great for summer, especially if you're nursing, because you can kind of just pull it down. My wardrobe is limited to how easily I can pull out a boob when I need one. But yeah, I am using this Watermelon Crush for my new one, and I casted it on, and this is what it's looking like so far. It's hard to tell because I haven't gotten much done on it, but the ribbing at the bottom of the bralette is actually twisted rib. So it's really pretty, but I'm excited to see how this yarn ends up working out. It's really cool. It's got the patches of green and like the flecks of black in it for the watermelon. But yeah, I think it's gonna be super cute. The one thing with this that everyone always says is that when you're working on it, it never looks like it's gonna fit you. It's like, there's no way I'm gonna fit into this. Like, it looks like it's for a toddler. But it does work. It does work. It does fit. This one started out the same size, and once you block it and wear it a while, it does definitely stretch out, even though the ribbing is super stretchy. Like, I could even stretch this, like, super far. So even though I can't remember what size I made, but I know it was a size pre-baby. So it was definitely a size smaller than I am now, but it still fits me perfectly fine because it's got so much stretch to it. But yeah, it's a great pattern. I'm excited to see how this one knits up. I really, in the summertime, I wear a lot of tanks, so I just think it's going to be a really awesome thing to have in my wardrobe. And I'm kind of excited to be able to try the shorts too sometime this summer if I ever get around to that. We'll see how things go, I suppose. But yeah, this is my ball. This is how it looks all wound up. So cute. I love it. And yeah, like I said, that is a company called Stitchcraft and Wizardry, and they're from Australia. Beautiful yarn. I'm loving working with it. So yeah, that's all I have on my needles right now, other than another project that I'm not telling anybody about. But yeah, I purchased some yarn this week that I really want to talk about because I'm super, I didn't purchase it this week. I got it a couple weeks ago, but it came this week. But I'm super excited about it, and I can't wait to tell you guys about it because it's the coolest yarn I've ever seen in my life. So this yarn is by a company by the name of Gauge Dye Works. If you haven't heard of them and you're not following them on Instagram, you definitely need to be. So this is what the yarn looks like. I got 2 skeins, but they are different. And I'll show you how here in a second. They're the same colorway. It's called Our Solar System. And they come with these little cards, and I'll show you. These little envelopes. So this is what it comes with. So this is what the colorway looks like when knit up. So it's basically a color version of the solar system. So it starts with the sun, and it actually has like a legend on here so that it tells you how many kilometers each section represents. So like how many kilometers wide the sun is represented in how long the color goes for, if that makes sense. I'm not very good at explaining this. But yeah, it's super cool. It's got all the planets, including Pluto. I think I read on their Instagram that people were upset by the lack of Pluto. So they, by popular demand, put Pluto on there, even though technically my 4-year-old will tell you Pluto is not a planet, it's a dwarf planet. Yeah, my 4-year-old is super into space and planets, and I have a million books that I read constantly, and been watching a lot of space documentaries and stuff. So yeah, that's fun. And it also comes with this cute little patch that you can sew onto your project that says that it has their logo and it says Our Solar System. So yeah, I got 2 skeins. They are different a bit because they made it in 2 different ways. They made what they call a one-way trip and a round trip. So the one-way trip starts at the sun and works its way up, whereas the round trip, I believe, works at the sun, goes, and then comes back so that you can do 2 matching socks with it. So basically one's for socks and one's for hats, scarves, whatever else you want to do with it. But my plan is to make a pair of socks for my husband, who is super excited about these. Apparently my husband's getting a lot of socks these days. But yeah, these are going to be socks for my husband. And then I was going to make socks for my son, but then I realized that he's got tiny feet. And because he has tiny feet, I wouldn't be able to use all the colors, and the solar system pattern wouldn't work out the way it should. So I got him the one-way trip, and I'm going to make him a hat because he does have a big head. So the colors will probably fit for the hat. But I have to do a little bit of research and figure out the best hat pattern and sock pattern for using these. I know Gauge Dye Works has posted some information on their Instagram on patterns people have used and found were the best options. But yeah, I'm super excited to cast those on. Hopefully that'll be soon. I'm trying to convince myself that I need to finish the other socks before I cast on new ones. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I bought those a couple weeks ago and they arrived last week. So yeah, I'm super excited about those. Pack this all back up so I don't lose this. So I don't pack it all up and hide it from my children. I may never see it again. Yeah, I'm excited to skein those up, or to ball those up by hand. You guys will know from last time I was balling up my Area 51 fibers yarn that I have become obsessed with hand winding strip yarn because it's so fun. But yeah, I kind of got a mess going on over here. What's next on my list? Oh yeah, I was going to show you guys some of my dyeing experiments for this week, or I guess last week. Or was it the week before? Last week, I think. But yeah, one that I'm particularly proud of, I posted about it on Instagram. And it actually, I guess I'll talk about this for a few minutes. I posted a picture of my son on Instagram dyeing yarn. And another Instagram profile took the picture and reposted it, and made it look like they were tagging me, but they didn't actually tag me. They made it an invalid Instagram account. They added 3 dots before it so that it wouldn't notify me that they used the photo. Anyways, they took the photo of my son and put it on their page. And I've been trying for the last couple days to get it down. I've been trying to get people to report it. I'm not the only person whose photo got used. It was basically just an account. It looks to me like it was an account that someone set up to just post a picture every 2 hours. And I think they're trying to sell t-shirts or something. Like, it's kind of just like one of those accounts that is just spam. But yeah, I'm not particularly happy about the fact that someone else took a picture of my son and posted it on their account. That does definitely make me uncomfortable and unhappy. But in the same sense, when I first started my Instagram page, I decided that I wanted to not show my face. So I only posted pictures that didn't have my face in it, so nobody knew it was me. Then I got a little braver and I started posting pictures of myself. And then I decided, okay, well, I'll post pictures of me, but I won't post any pictures of my family so that no one knows, or especially my kids, because I don't, want pictures of my kids out in the world. And I know my Instagram page is public. So yeah, I didn't post pictures of my kids, but then I kind of thought about it a little bit more, and I kind of got a little bit more brave and thought, you know what? I'm just going to be careful of the photos that I post of my kids. My theory is that every time I post a photo of my children, I make sure that it's not a photo that will ever come back to haunt them or could be embarrassing them in any way. I try to think about the possible ramifications if that photo ever came back to haunt them in the future. But I think when it all boils down to it, the generation of kids that are growing up now are going to be all over the internet. There's probably not a kid out there that doesn't have their picture all over the internet by, family on Facebook or Instagram. Like, I think that's just, it makes our generation and generations above me uncomfortable because it's not something we were used to. When we were kids, everything we did wasn't on the internet. When I was a kid, there was no internet. But I guess when I was really little. I'm not that old. I'm only 34. Well, no, I'm not 34. I'm turning 34. I'm 33 still. But yeah, so I guess when I post pictures of my kids, I make sure that, when you post pictures of anything publicly, you're running the risk that someone could screenshot it or take it or use it or claim it as their own. That's just the risk, kind of have to be prepared for. So I don't like that they took my picture, and I would like them to take it down. But at the same time, it's like the picture's still out there. I think it's a really cute picture of my son. Anyways, that was a little tangent. We don't need to talk about that anymore. If you want to help me out and report that page, you can check them out on my Instagram. I posted a picture of their page in my Instagram. So yeah, if you want to go and report their accounts, hopefully Instagram will shut them down. That would be awesome. But if not, that's okay too. Or if you don't have Instagram, because I know some of you don't, like Rhonda. But yeah, the picture that I posted was a picture of my son dyeing yarn. He kind of did his own little dyeing experiment last week. I was dyeing some rainbow yarn for Pride, which we're going to talk about in a little bit here. But we were dyeing some rainbow yarn for Pride, and he was eating a popsicle, and he was wearing an apron so that he didn't get food coloring on his shirt. And he spilled popsicle juice all over his apron, and it dyed his apron red because he was eating a red popsicle. So there's big red stains all over his apron. And he said, he says to me, Mom, if my popsicle, when it melts, turns my apron red, could we dye it? Because we use popsicles to dye yarn. And I was like, you know what, buddy? I don't know. But we're going to try it because that sounds interesting to me. So we went to the freezer and we got one of every kind of popsicle. And we got the crock pot up to a good temperature. And then we just stuck the popsicles into the yarn in a little bit of water until they melted. And at first, we realized that there wasn't a whole lot of coloring in the popsicles. So there was color there, but it was really faint. So then we got to a point where we're like, okay, well, we need to really fully embrace this. So we just went and got like a whole bunch of popsicles and started shoving them in. And then we found like these fuzzy peach popsicles that I had from when I was pregnant that I bought. But they say may contain peanuts on the back, so my son's not actually allowed to eat them. So we used one of those ones, and it kind of like overkilled all the rest of the other color popsicles. But anyway, this is what we came up with. So this yarn it's hard to see the color of it, but it's kind of like a light color, like a light peach color. It kind of looks a little bit white in the picture, but you can go on my Instagram and see a little bit better of a picture of it. But yeah, it's like a light peach color. It almost looks like a mango popsicle. But yeah, it's hard to tell in this light. But yeah, apparently this is what it looks like when you dye yarn with popsicles. So it can be done. And I did have to wash it a heck of a lot to try and make sure I got all the like popsicle stickiness out of it. And I think I did a good job. Like, it doesn't feel sticky. It doesn't, it feels really good. It feels like it actually doesn't even smell like popsicle anymore. So I must have washed the heck out of it. But yeah, there's definitely color. So the answer to my son's question, can you dye yarn with popsicles, is definitely yes, you can. Just doesn't turn out to be very dark. Kelsey Jensen says, I saw that. It makes me feel so gross that people can steal and share pictures of your content /kids. It's such a cute photo, though. Aw, thanks. It is a cute photo. But yeah, it is disgusting. I don't think people should be able to take other people's pictures, let alone pictures of people's kids, and just post them randomly. And I obviously messaged the person to ask them to take it down, and no one even responded to me. So I don't even think anyone's like managing that account. I think they just like basically set it up to post a random picture every 2 hours to try and get people to follow them and to buy their t-shirts or whatever it is they're selling. But yeah, I guess all we can do is report it to Instagram and hopefully take it down. But yeah, I've been reporting it for like 2 days now, and so far they haven't taken it down. So I'm just gonna hope that they do. I'm kind of a little bit disappointed, and I've never reported anything on Instagram before, so I don't really know exactly how quick they respond and how that all works. But obviously it's not that quick. Obviously a lot of people, I'm not the only person who has been reporting it. Like, there's been a lot of people who have gotten their pictures put on there. I tagged a bunch of people in pictures too to let them know that their picture was taken. But yeah, so yeah, Instagram obviously hasn't taken it down yet, so cross our fingers and hope they do. If not, I guess my son's just gonna be on someone else's Instagram page. But it is a really cute photo, and I don't think that it'll come back to haunt him ever in the future. I kind of think of it as like he's a little model. Like when I was a kid, my mom put me in a Sears catalog. So I was like a little Sears catalog model. I think. I'm pretty sure it was a Sears catalog model. I think it was a Sears catalog model. But anyways, I'll have to ask my mom. I think she put me in something and there's a picture of me out there somewhere, but like, I guess now it's just everything's more accessible, but I don't know. I guess it's the same thing. My son's just a professional model in Instagram. I guess my daughter too, because everyone seems to really love pictures of my daughter. Like every time I post a picture of my daughter, they like go crazy viral. And I guess, well, not super crazy viral, but viral for my posts anyway. Like I only have 1,000 followers and my posts don't get seen by a whole lot of people. But I think one of the posts I I can't talk tonight. One of the pictures that I posted about Ali got 70,000 people saw it. That's a lot of people. Like that's more people than even like I can imagine. I don't think I've ever seen 70,000 people. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, obviously people like pictures of my kids, but I try to limit the amount of times I post pictures of my kids. But I do have some more coming up for you guys on Instagram this week. I have begun teaching my 4-year-old son, who just turned 4, how to knit, which is exciting. He told me that he wanted to learn to knit, and he wanted to knit his father a hat for Father's Day. So, so I was like, you know what Daddy would really like for Father's Day? I bet you he would really like a face cloth to wash his face with in the shower. And he was like all about it. He's like, yeah, Daddy will totally want a face cloth. And I was like, thank God, because I don't want to have to try and get him to make a hat because he's 4. So yeah, I convinced him that a face cloth was going to be a really good idea. And he has been knitting. He struggles a little bit with focus, for one, because he's 4. So he'll knit like 3 or 4 stitches and then he'll just be like, I'm done for now, and then go off, and then he'll come back later and knit a couple stitches and then he's done for a while. But yeah, he also has a little bit of difficulty holding his hands on the needles and then letting go to wrap the yarn around because, yeah, I knit right-handed, so that's why I'm teaching him, but I don't think teaching him how to do it left-handed would be any easier because then you have to hold the string with your left hand and the needle at the same time. So anyways, he's having a little bit of trouble. He fumbles around a little bit. I made a videotape of him today that I'm going to post to Instagram of him knitting a stitch just so you guys can see how he did. So yeah, I'll have that to show you guys, which will be exciting. It's exciting for me anyway. I've been waiting for this day since he was like born. And now Ellie's like 3 months and I'm like 3 months. Think that's too young? Too young? Maybe I can teach her now? Maybe I should wait. My poor kids. Some families like have things that they do in their family that they kind of force their kids into. Apparently mine is knitting, but I try not to force him. Like I realize that he's 4 and he's not really super interested in it. He does really love dyeing yarn though, because he likes to play in the crock pot and stir and put things in there and pour stuff in, and that's always fun because that's kind of like a science experiment for him. He's really into science, but yeah, I didn't think knitting would really be his thing, but he's getting there. He's getting there. Oh yeah, you guys will have to watch the video. It's good. But yeah, the other thing I was going to talk to you guys about was my rainbow yarn. And there's so many more people here than there usually is watching, so that's probably why, because you guys are all waiting to find out who's going to win the rainbow yarn. So yeah, me and my son, I was inspired by other people on Instagram who were making pride yarn, and I wanted to make a rainbow. Rainbow yarn sounded fun, so I was like, I want to try that. It was more about wanting to try a rainbow than actually wanting rainbow yarn, or having something I wanted to knit with rainbow yarn. But so yeah, me and my son made rainbow yarn. It is dyed with food coloring. The two different skeins are different. They're not like completely identical. So if you're using them in one project, you're definitely going to want to like alternate skeins because you'll probably get some pooling and stuff. But I tried to get similar colors anyway. They were dyed with the same dye, just when you're dyeing with a 4-year-old, everything's random. Definitely got drawn in by the giveaway. This was a lot of fun, so I think I'll be back. Oh, that's so sweet. Thanks, Kelsey. I'm glad you're enjoying my podcast. I really appreciate that. So yeah, giveaway yarn. So I basically what I did was every time someone shared it on their stories, I took a screenshot of it and I counted how many there were in my photos. And I got my husband to randomly draw a number. So he randomly picked 5. So the winner of the rainbow yarn is the Instagram name at Finding Little Sparks. So I'm not sure whose name that is. Let me see if I can pull it up here and see if their name is on it so I can. Let me see. Erin from Finding Little Sparks is the winner of the rainbow yarn. And if Erin wants to just message me, I'm also going to tag her in this when I post it to Instagram too, so that she'll be notified too. But yeah, she is the winner of the rainbow yarn. And if you really wanted to win the rainbow yarn and you didn't, I'm very sorry. Blame my husband. He picked the number. He just gave me a really nasty look. He's sitting at the kitchen table next to me marking, and he just gave me a really bad look. Anyways, yeah, his name's Robert. So if you guys all want to get mad at somebody, get mad at him. Anyways, but there's going to be more giveaways. I have all this yarn. I'm not technically allowed to sell anything because I'm on maternity leave. So I'm probably just going to give away a bunch on the podcast and on my Instagram because it's fun. But yeah, congratulations to Erin, the winner of the rainbow yarn. Let me know what your address is so I can get this in the mail to you. Rhonda says, tell him he's in trouble tomorrow. Rhonda works with my husband at the school. So yeah, I'm sure she's going to yell at him. But yeah, the winner is Erin. Message me with your information so I can get it out in the mail to you. And I have one more thing that I wanted to show you guys. Kelsey says, come on, Robert. I wanted that yarn so bad. I'm sorry, Kelsey. But I will. Last I checked, I had 44 subscribers on YouTube. And I definitely plan on doing like 100 subscriber giveaway. Probably maybe even a bigger one with some of my yarns that I've been dyeing. So yeah, if you guys stick around and I can get to 100 people, then I'll probably give away a bunch more yarn because it's fun. I love giving away yarn. Giving away yarn is fun. Giving away anything is fun. I just like making people happy. I wish I could give yarn to everybody, but sadly I don't have enough yarn or enough money to buy yarn or enough time to dye that much yarn. But I wish I could. Kelsey says 45 now. I just saw that, Kelsey. I got the notification on my phone. It says, Kelsey has subscribed to your channel. So yes, thank you, Kelsey, for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it. I podcast every 2 weeks. I just sit here and ramble and talk about random things. But yeah, I have one more thing I want to talk about. I decided to do an experiment today. And I was going to wait until next podcast to tell you guys about it, but I was too excited, so I had to do it this time, and it's not even dry. But I decided that I was going to combine my 2 greatest loves, well, other than, my family, but my 2 greatest loves, yarn and coffee. So I wanted to dye a skein of yarn with coffee. So I did, and this is what it turned out like. So yeah, I um, I I played around with a bunch of different ways of trying to get the coffee to color to come through. Um, I found the best way to do it without getting grinds in your yarn um, was I was trying not to just like pour coffee into the crock pot because I didn't want it to be. I was trying to get it to be like more of a gradient and not like a consistent like one overall color. I wanted like there to be a little bit more variation in it. So I was trying to, which there is a little bit, but not super a lot. So I was trying to experiment with different ways of getting coffee to dye it. So the best way I found was I have like David's tea empty tea bags that you put like the tea leaves into. So I like stuff them full of coffee and then like put them in strategic places to try and like make that spot become darker. Was my theory of what I was trying to do anyway. I was trying to make that spot become a little bit darker so that I would kind of get like some more variation in the coffee color, not just like a solid plain color. That's not really what I wanted, but and I also tried a couple other things. I tried just making some really strong coffee, like coffee sludge. Like, you know, when you make like a French press coffee and at the bottom of it, there's like, it's not even like grinds. It's just like, it's almost like so thick that you can feel it on your teeth. Or if you've ever been to Italy, Italian coffee. But yeah, I tried to make as strong as I could and use that, but I think I had too much water in it. So I might, this is still not completely dry, by the way. It is really hot and really windy out, and I stuck it outside and it blew away. So I had to go catch it, which was kind of funny. I was like, oh crap, where'd my yarn go? I had to like go out, and it turned out it was like underneath my deck hanging, stuck to my stairs. And then I had to like, you know, untangle it. Elsie says, oh, I love that. Makes me think of dyeing fabric with tea for the aged look. Did you use ground coffee beans or instant coffee? I use ground coffee beans because instant coffee does not come into my house. I know lots of people like to drink instant coffee, but I do not like instant coffee. Not even a little bit. It's disgusting and I can't even drink it. So yeah, I used good coffee. But I think I might try to like the next couple of days save the coffee grinds that we use in our coffee maker and kind of like put them in boiling water and see if I can kind of like make a sludge out of it, and then see if I can kind of like dye some more spots on here and see if I can get like a darker brown kind of mixed in with this color. I like the color. I just wish there was a little bit more variation. There's a little bit, but it's really hard to see. Like, it's not as obvious as I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be more like I could also try the instant coffee thing, but that would mean I'd have to go to a store and buy instant coffee. I don't know if I want to do that, but I could try. And then I thought of just adding some dark brown food coloring, but then I thought that was cheating. I really wanted a skein of yarn completely dyed only by coffee. So yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'll get some instant coffee and see if that works. Because if you put like the instant coffee, like powdered stuff on it, it might make it darker. I don't know. If anybody's tried this and knows how to make the coffee darker in some spots and not in others, let me know. Because I would like to do that to this skein. I really like. I just like knitting. I like knitting better with yarns. It's a little bit more of variegation because I find it more exciting to knit with yarn like that because it's a little bit more fun and I like to see how it comes out. But yeah, you can see there's some variation here. But yes, I did use ground coffee. I put it in my grinder. I used fresh beans and I put them in my grinder and ground them up. I used some old decaf that we had that I probably wasn't going to drink. and ground it up and did it that way and put it in like a tea bag because except for Best Laid Pans, my tea bag, when I tried to squeeze it and then I did it with a spoon and then I put too much coffee in. So when I squeezed it, the tea bag broke. So then I was like trying to fish the grinds out. Yeah, it was fun. But yeah, that was my experiment for today that me and Alex did. It's kind of fun. I really like dyeing yarn, especially with the kids because Valley's sleeping, or even if I have her in my arms half the time, I can just kind of carry her around. And Alex, finds it fun and too. So yeah, it's been really fun experimenting with different things. But as I said, I ordered a whole bunch more yarn and acid dyes. But I'm not going to be able to do that around the kids because that's not really safe. I don't really want acid dyes around my kids. But you could ask a cafe for spare coffee grounds if you want to try more of it. I used to be a barista, and we used to have an old lady that came in and take them to use on her garden. Yeah, I could do that. But really, I'm a huge coffee addict, and we make a lot of coffee in a day. So I'm pretty sure that even if I just use the coffee grounds that I use in my coffee maker, I'd probably have a lot. But yeah, that is my coffee yarn. I think once it dries, I'm gonna, like I said, try and see if I can maybe make some more super potent coffee and add it to it to try and give it a little bit more variegation color. But there is some spots where it's like a darker brown, but it's not as much as I want it to be. But yeah, that was my excitement for today. It smells fabulous.
Should call it coffee wafer.
My husband just said from the peanut gallery that I should call it coffee wafer. I think you need to apologize to all the girls that didn't win rainbow yarn.
I am sorry I chose the incorrect number.
See, there. My husband has now apologized to you. He owes you all yarn. We'll just use his credit card and buy me more yarn, and I will dye it, and then I will be able to give it to everyone, and it'll be on him. Not really, because we share a credit card, so it doesn't really matter. I like to pretend it's his money that I'm spending and not just our money. Rhonda says, you chose the right number. It just wasn't ours. Yeah, I guess. It was Erin's number. So hopefully Erin is out there somewhere and she'll watch this and then she'll be happy about her rainbow yarn. And I can't wait to see what she makes with it because that's exciting. Yeah, I thought the giveaway, I don't know. I could have just did a normal giveaway where you just like and comment or tag someone, but I wanted to do something a little different because I can't really make any money. I know a lot of people right now are doing pride yarns and they're selling them or, donating some of the money to the Trevor Project or to other LGBTQ plus organizations. But I don't really have the means to sell things. I just have 2 skeins of rainbow yarn. So I thought that, I don't know, I just kind of thought that maybe the best way to put my yarn to good use was to help spread a little bit of, I guess, just spread, awareness. I know that not a whole lot of people entered the giveaway, and that's cool. I know it's not for everybody. Not everybody wants to post anything about pride on their Instagram, and that's cool. But I really appreciate to all you who did. Yeah, I do think it takes a little bit of guts to kind of post things like that on the internet, just because I feel like sometimes we get afraid of alienating people or saying the wrong thing, or sometimes we get afraid to say or post about things. I don't even know what I'm trying to say at this point. Sometimes yeah, I know I personally was afraid for a long time to post anything personal or possibly, I can't say pride is really controversial because it's not. It's just, in my opinion, something that just is. It shouldn't be a controversy, it's just people have made it a controversy, which in my opinion is just kind of stupid. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys being brave and posting about it in your Instagram stories or on Facebook. People I'm sure saw that, and I'm sure maybe it meant something to somebody, that at least that you were showing some support, and hopefully it spread a little bit of pride. Kelsey says, "You are so sweet. I think it's much more in the spirit of pride to share the love in the way that you've done it. You're doing great." Oh, thanks, Kelsey. I can tell we're going to be really good friends. I think I made a new friend today. But yeah, I guess a lot more people probably would have entered the giveaway if it was something easier to do. And I know summing up pride in a little one-sentence statement and posting it on your makes you a little bit vulnerable, but I don't know. I just think that I thought that it was just a more meaningful, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It was a more meaningful way to put the pride yarn to use, because anyone can dye rainbow yarn and just call it rainbow yarn. But if it's going to be rainbow yarn for pride, you might as well put it to use, make it work. But yeah, I also used it as an opportunity to kind of start talking to my son about pride and about the LGBTQ plus community. But yeah, I just think it's an important thing that we teach our children. And sadly, there's a lot of grown people out there that need education. Rhonda says, "Thank you for spreading awareness." Well, you're very welcome, Rhonda. I also have family members that are members of the LGBTQ plus community. And yeah, I just think everybody needs to be accepted for who they are, and everybody's just entitled to live their life the way they want to do it. And nobody else should ever have any say in that, or any comments, or any opinions, really. It's your life, do what you want. But yeah, so Erin, oops, hit the wrong button. We have a child that feels he isn't accepted, especially amongst close family. I know. There's a lot of really sad stories that I've read on Instagram and different places of people not accepting people. And I know that's really sad. And I just think that, unfortunately, sometimes there's not a lot you can do to change people's minds. I guess the saying is you can't teach an old dog new tricks. But I honestly do believe that if we teach the next generations to be more accepting and more kind, not even just to the LGBTQ plus community, to all marginalized communities, I just think that if we instill it in our children really young, then it's going to be, a non-issue. They're not going to grow up with the same thing, the same ideals that we kind of grew up with, or the same stigmas that we kind of grew up with. It kind of goes for everything. It goes for, LGBTQ plus community, the Black Lives Matter thing, mental health. I just think that the more you teach kids at a young age about things, the more it becomes a part of their life, as opposed to something that they have to kind of change and fix and educate themselves about later in life. I just think it just becomes natural and normal. And my hope is that someday we can all just, not be judged by stupid things that we shouldn't be judged for. But yeah, I'm going to stop ranting about this now. I never really intended to rant about this on my podcast, but yeah. I'm not very good with words sometimes, and I always worry that I'm going to say the wrong thing and not properly explain exactly what's going on in my brain. But yeah, that's kind of a little bit of a rant on I guess it's not a rant. It's just my thoughts on the whole explaining my giveaway. But yeah, now I've kind of got into rambliness. So I'm going to say goodbye to everyone. It's been really awesome seeing you guys. Thanks, Rhonda and Kelsey, for talking in the chat. I really like it when I have some people to kind of talk to. It's really fun to be able to kind of talk back and forth. That's why I like to do the YouTube lives instead of doing just a video and then editing. Plus, I also don't have time to do editing. So I just like to do the live and post it as it is. It's real. It's raw. It is what it is. I don't edit it. I don't even actually watch it. I can't actually go back and watch my own podcasts. I make sure they work and that's it. I don't watch them because I just cringe. And if I do that, then I'll probably just take them down because I second guess myself. But anyway, I'm going to say goodbye to you guys. I hope you guys have a great 2 weeks. Hopefully I have some more new stuff to show you guys in 2 weeks. Maybe my yarn will get here and I'll be able to dye some more stuff. That'll be exciting. My first foray into acid dyes. I'm super excited about it. I want to make speckles. I want to make speckles. Speckles are so much fun. Although the last time I made speckles, I almost speckled my daughter, so I probably shouldn't do that again. Oh, Breaking Yarn's here too. Hey! You should all go check out her podcast too. Breaking Yarn has a podcast. I've watched it. It's really good. You should check out her Instagram too. She is a yarn dyer as well. But yeah, I'm going to say goodbye and I hope you guys have a great 2 weeks. Yeah, keep watching on my Instagram so that you can see the video of my son knitting because I'm super proud. Can you tell I'm a super proud mom? Kelsey says, thanks for sharing the love and chatting with us. This was fun. Oh, I'm glad you had fun. Sometimes we just need to, I think that's why I started this podcast. It was just kind of like a getaway just to kind of be able to, I don't know, stop my life for a little while. I don't have a whole lot of knitting friends in real life. I have a few, but it's just nice to be able to talk and, I don't know, talk about what I'm super passionate about for an hour every couple weeks. I just enjoy it. Really, I at this point, I don't even do it for the fact that anyone's watching. I just do it because I enjoy doing it. Even if nobody watched, I'd still do it. But anyways, Breaking Yarn says, "Oh, he's so cute. Oh, thanks." I think he is. I think he's the cutest kid in the world, other than Ellery. She's also the cutest kid in the world. There's 2 cutest kids in the world, but I'm biased because I'm their mom. But yeah, I will talk to you guys in 2 weeks. Stay tuned on my Instagram. If you haven't already, there's, I don't know where they are. I'm going to pretend to be like one of those professional YouTubers who are like pointing to the like and subscribe button, but I don't know where the like and subscribe button is on this box, but somewhere on the outside of this box that you're watching me on, there is a subscribe button. If you haven't already done so, click it so that you can get notified when I'm going to go live and you can watch my videos. But yeah, I will say goodbye and I hope you guys have a great 2 weeks, which I've already said a couple times, and now I'm rambling again. Peace out.